Hi, this is Chris Carlson with the show, and it's Thursday, May 9th, 2002. Have you ever wondered what it's like on a farm? Well, Mr. Smith brought in some elementary students to see some of the interesting things on a farm. Let's take a look at some of those interesting things the students saw. Wow, that sounded like a great day. Students at Seaman High are not only learning classroom skills, but actually being placed in a workforce to learn how real-world skills apply to them. Let's go to Michael Juarez to find out more.
Recently, the Seaman High School School to Work program had a breakfast honoring all of the local businesses and individuals that helped to make the program a success this year. Students enrolled in the School to Work program are placed in jobs in the local community that allow them to get work experience that will be valuable to them in the future. Many local businesses provide these students with a chance to experience work firsthand. We talked with Vaughn Unruh, program coordinator, about how the program works.
Okay, it's May 8th, Wednesday morning, and we are celebrating community business and school partnerships. And two of the people I have standing next to me are Jackie Lewis and Debbie Friel. They're the job coaches for the class. And I'm Vaughn Unruh, the coordinator of the School to Work program. I also have two students I'd like to interview this morning so that they can tell us a little bit about their job site. So Tina Schickelbein and Josie Naylor, come over here. Nine. And Tina, why don't you tell them a little bit about where you work?
I work for two jobs. I log in doing dishes and food blends and just slicing and cleaning up.
All right, so you've been working in the deli here at Food for Less. Okay, and is it a job that you want to continue with after you graduate this year?
I think so.
Okay, and what are some of the good work habits that maybe you've learned through the job training class?
To have fun.
Okay, so communicate with your supervisors. Okay, what about being on time for? That's been real important too, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Josie, what about you? Where do you work?
I work at Preston Generators. I serve coffee and talk residents.
Okay, so you've been helping with activities there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what was one of the other jobs you had before that?
I worked at James Vanderbilt and GMC on.
And did some things there as far as what? What did you do there?
Stocking,
Would both of you say that you felt like the work training has helped you?
Yeah.
Okay, and how's it helped you?
Helping me on time, be here at school all the time.
All right, and just learn maybe some job skills? Okay, and prepared you hopefully for some jobs that you might want after high school, or like for you, Josie, maybe you want to go into nursing someday?
Yeah.
I do have Tina Schiffelbein's mother. Laura, would you want to come over? And we'd like to get a parent on our video also. Okay. And this is Laura Schiffelbein. And Laura, would you want to tell a little bit about how you think the program has been of value for Tina?
Yes, I would. I think it's a good idea. It teaches the kids about what they need to do for their lives ahead of them. And I think it's a very good idea to get them trained to knowing the value of dollar and, all of this stuff. I think this is really a great program. They help Tina out a lot of knowing how much money means and how work is with others. Pretty good idea.
Okay.
Really good.
We've appreciated the support of parents so much. The parents are a vital part of this, and that's what we're going to be celebrating, is students, parents, businesses, everyone working together to hopefully learn life skills and work skills for students.
I think it's a good idea.
We talked with many of the program participants about what advantages that they have gained from the program.
This is Marcia Morgan, and she is the front-end manager here at Food for Less, and she's been very supportive of our School to Work program, and I'm going to have her tell you a little bit about how she thinks maybe it benefits the students as well as her school.
I think it benefits the students by they learn what the job opportunities are in the retail business. There's numerous different opportunities here at the grocery store level, and I feel they have created a train them in some other areas that they may not get training otherwise.
And really quite a few of the students have been hired after the job training. So I think the job training has really paid off for the students as well as for the employers. Hopefully you have a more productive employee that knows their job skills. Okay, but again, we can't thank Food for Less enough for hosting this today. It looks like we're going to have a really good turnout with students and parents and employers.
This is an outstanding program that the students can get involved with not only in the school system but also out in the community. I think that's what we're all about is getting these students out and having them do the actual work that they may be doing later and learning what it's really like to be in the real workforce. And Ms. Unruh just does an outstanding job with this program, and I'm just really excited that we have this opportunity to be involved with it.
Hi, my name is Rob Balsters, and my job is to pay the bills for this program. Mrs. Unruh sends me every bill, and I fill out the reports, send them in to Department Works, and Department Works reimburses the school for their expenses. So that's what I do with this program. I think it's a great program, and all of you and Mrs. Unruh are to be complimented for what you do. Thank you.
This is Dr. Kent Hearn, and I was going to interview him and ask him a little bit about the value of apprenticeships in the school system. Do you see that maybe is something that's returning as an emphasis?
Well, the whole notion of vocational education and everything related to that has taken a bigger focus over the recent past than what it did when at one time everybody was planning to go to college or something. Well, there's a whole lot of post-secondary education besides going to college. So I think that the apprenticeships and the whole idea of vocational education is emphasized much stronger than it used to be.
And we've definitely appreciated the Seaman Education Center's support, and we're glad that you could join us for our breakfast.
Well, it's a wonderful program. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much. This is Kent Shoemaker from Kansas Folk Rehab Services, and he has helped us greatly with our program. And I'll just let him tell you a little bit about how he works with students at Seaman High.
Well, I work with students on planning and preparation for what they're going to do when they get out of high school. We work with developing a vocational plan and what steps they're going to take when they get out of school to get into the career that they want to go into.
And Kent has helped greatly with funding for students for tools, if they need it, if they need some tools for auto mechanics, things like that, and they're proceeding and doing well in their vocational training, then of course he assists them with that if there is a financial need. And has helped them with, just like I said, testing for their careers, things like that. So again, we appreciate Voc Rehab support very much in our School to Work program.
Good morning and congratulations to all the students that are celebrating another productive year of work study. We're very proud of you and the teachers and the programs that you were able to conclude, and we're especially pleased that so many of the merchants and industry folks are willing to open their arms and their hearts for you to get these experiences.
Congratulations to all program participants. It looks like a great opportunity for Seaman students.
Thanks, Michael. That sounds like a really good program. The soccer girls are doing a great job this year. Let's go to Noah Dietrich and Michael Warris to see some highlights.
The Lady Vikes soccer team has been cursed with many injuries this season, including 5 key starters. It all started with Katie Tyler fracturing her ribs in the season opener.
This game, and I thought we had a lot of potential this year, and it was towards the end of the game, and I took a dive and got a knee right to my ribs, and they cracked.
Next, it was Morgan Dietz versus KC Christian.
Well, at the Kansas City Christian game, a girl pushed me from behind, and I tore my ACL, my MCL, and both of my meniscus. And I think the girls are doing okay this season. They'll pull through, and I will not be back this season. I'll be back next year.
Season for us so far has been a difficult one in terms of injuries. We've had a number of players that have been starters that have had significant injuries to cause them to miss a number of games. A number of individual players, we've lost Morgan for the entire season. We may be able to get Amanda Broom back before the end of the season.
Okay, I strained my ligaments in my right side of my knee on the inside of it because this big old 6'2" girl, we were going to the ball at the same time, and I got there first and she kicked the ball, and there was just this pain in the inside of my knee. But I should be back next week.
So we're actually kind of returning back to a form that we had in the very beginning of the season when we came out victorious against Blue Valley, 3-1 win there. Otherwise, we've been in a lot of games. We've been playing very competitively. We've been doing pretty well defensively, but our attack has been missing out somewhat, and a lot of that has to do with we've had players that have had to cover for different positions for those players that are injured. But for the most part, the spirits have been up. Players have been playing really hard and doing a great job with what we have to go with.
I all hope you ladies get better, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, guys, and good luck to the soccer team with the rest of their season. Seaman High School is a very safe place to learn with much thanks to the security. Catherine Martin and Colby Blanton talked with our excellent security staff.
How safe do you feel in your school? Here at Seaman High School, you should feel very safe. Officer McKay will tell you why.
We have 15 cameras at Seaman High School located outside the building and several different locations inside the building. I've been with the Shawnee County Sheriff's Department for 18 years. Seaman's a great place to work. This is my 4th year here. It's basically a proactive approach to law enforcement. It's a lot different than obviously driving around in a patrol car working the streets like I used to do. It's a lot of fun actually working in the school here and with the faculty, administration, and all the students.
We also have another security officer named Morris Cook.
I was a law enforcement officer for 27 years with the Topeka Police Department. I retired from there, and at this time I have been with the Seaman School District for 2.5 years as a security officer. I'm impressed with the way that Seaman has with a policy for school violence and stuff, especially with their discipline points. I worked for around 4 years in 501 around Topeka High Schools as a law enforcement officer, and this is a very positive school towards handling violence. I like it real well. That's why I came up here. My wife has also been here for 19 years, and so I've had an idea of what the Seaman School District was like when I got into it, and I've been very pleased with it.
You should feel comfortable here at Seaman High School because our school walks the extra mile to have experienced school security to make your stay here safe.
Many things have happened in the last year while we've been seniors. Here's Ashley Williams and Emily Lowe to tell us more.
These are the times we will always remember.
We will all remember our senior year for the rest of our lives, whether it be because of sports, trips, or lifelong friendships. Every day was special whether we realized it or not. Many new things were brought to our attention this year, from world events to new faces to our awesome athletic department. No matter what the case, we'd like to remind you of a few of these special events. We witnessed the September 11th tragedy. We got a few new teachers, Miss Majette, Miss Johnson, Ms. Richardson, and Mr. Galata. We got a new lighting system in our auditorium, new lights and a new scoreboard on our baseball stadium. We got a new boys basketball coach, a new volleyball coach. It was the first year of our Viking variety show. We had our first Spirit Club dance. It was the first time in years that our football team went undefeated in the regular season. These are just a few of the special things that happened this year. Congratulations to the class of 2002 and good luck in the future.
And when we're in different places, I won't forget your faces. I pray God bless us everyone.
Wow, how things have changed. Mr. Mathis has big plans for when he becomes our new superintendent next fall. Here's Mr. Mathis with the details.
Good evening. My name is Mike Mathis, and I will be taking over as your superintendent next year. My son Jeff is a Seaman graduate, and my wife Kathy and I live in the district. I was an assistant principal at Seaman for 2 years and principal at Logan for 5 years before moving to the central office. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss some of my views and priorities for the future of the district. This is an outstanding school district and community, and we do not need to come in and make a bunch of massive changes. However, it is my philosophy that if you are standing still, you are falling behind. I believe we must continually be looking for ways to improve, and my top priority will always be improving student achievement. In the classroom, on the playing field, on stage, or in the community, we must always expect no less than everyone's best effort. I believe the best way to ensure school improvement is through thoughtful evaluation of programs and continuous staff development. The single most important thing we can do for our children is to provide a highly qualified, caring teacher in every classroom, and we are doing that. 93% of our third graders are reading at or above grade level. When you break that down into real people, that means we have 24 third graders who are not reading at the level they should. That is 3 third graders per elementary building. When you look at it with real numbers and not percentages, you can see that this is a problem we can solve. We can identify those students and provide them with the help they need. Every one of our buildings is fully accredited with the state. They each have a school improvement plan in place, and student achievement on the state assessments continues to improve and be above state averages in every area. This year we had 3 of our elementary schools reach the state standard of excellence, and that is a very difficult level to achieve. Our 2 Title I elementary schools both achieved what is called adequate yearly progress by showing improvement in all areas. We will always strive to keep class sizes as small as we can afford. The secondary school's staff development plan was named as the state's outstanding staff development program by the Kansas Staff Development Council. Dr. Orozco has been named as the KASSP Area 1 Principal of the Year. As you can see, this is an outstanding school system in an outstanding community. As you have all heard, this is a trying time for school finance. Luckily, we are experiencing some growth, so we will not get hurt quite as badly as some other districts. We should be able to retain the status quo for next year. However, we will not be able to make improvements or add additional programs to help our underachieving students or challenge our overachieving students. We certainly won't be able to give staff the raises they so much deserve. We, of course, need your help in contacting legislators to let them know that education should always be the state's top funding priority. I give you my word that I will do everything I can to hold costs down without jeopardizing the quality of education we provide. Along with this expected growth will come growing pains. One of my goals is to provide all-day kindergarten at each of our elementary schools. This will mean adding classroom space and teachers. If we continue to grow at the pace we are currently seeing, we are going to need to look at some type of expansion in the near future. We are expecting our largest kindergarten class in some time next year, and we need more space. This would be a perfect time to start talking about our configuration. Some options could be having K through 5 buildings, moving the 6th graders to the middle schools, and building a 9th grade center near the high school. This could accomplish several goals. We would have room to add all-day kindergarten in our existing buildings, and it would allow us to give our 9th graders a better transition period to high school without actually being in the high school building. Several area schools have started what are called 9th grade academies that focus on helping freshmen become acclimated to the rigors of high school without actually having to associate with the upperclassmen. This would also help involve the 9th graders with some of the activities we currently have them participating in at the high school. It would also mean we would only have to build at one site rather than adding on to all of our buildings to house kindergarten. Of course, there would be lots of details to work out, but now's a good time to start the conversation in the community to see what your ideas and concerns are. Another topic of conversation should be whether we want to continue operating 8 elementary schools in the district. We all know that we could operate a bit more efficiently if we were to close a couple elementary schools. However, we must realize that by closing a school, we will need to add on to other schools to accommodate the students from the closed school. We must decide if we as a community are willing to pay for the extra costs of having 8 neighborhood schools, or do we want 4, 5, or 6 larger elementary schools? We need to remember that if we choose to have fewer but larger schools, there will be building costs that will offset any dollar savings for several years. Again, this is a conversation that needs to be held. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we need to do any of this. We simply need to start talking about it and together decide what is best for our community. We also want to add an ROTC program at the high school. We've been approved by the Navy for a program, but we need to be able to provide classroom space, and we've run out of rooms. One solution may be to move some mobile units onto the high school grounds. And we'll need to continue to look for ways to provide alternative education to those students who simply are not being successful in the regular school setting. I believe deeply in getting the entire community involved in the school system. I will be asking for your input on these items and more through surveys, attending site council meetings at every school, and encouraging you to simply give me a call to let me know your feelings. A school system with parent and community involvement is a school system that will work. Become involved with your children's education by volunteering, attending PTO or site council meetings, Board of Education meetings, or attending your child's school activities. Simply checking on their homework daily will show your student that you believe school is important. When you have a problem at school, start where the problem occurred and try to get it resolved. If you still need help, talk to the principal. In most cases, problems can be resolved without ever having to get to the central office. I envision a school that works in collaboration with the community to provide after-school programs for latchkey children, family support centers with adult education opportunities, services for at-risk families, including help with medical care, insurance, housing, and employment, and a strong community service program. I am so excited to see the power of working together with the community for the common good. I'm looking forward to many years of leading our school district and can't wait to meet and get involved with as many of you as possible. I'll see you around the district, and please, let me know if I can help. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mathis. Can you believe graduation is next weekend? Be sure to reserve your graduation video. Here's Andrea Phipps to tell you how.
Hey, look what I just got. I can't wait for my mom to take a picture of me in it walking across the stage on graduation day.
Duh, your mom's not even going to be able to see you. She'll be so far away in the stands.
Wouldn't you like to remember all these beautiful faces after graduation?
Yeah.
How about pulling out a high school video of your actual graduation and reminiscing of all the good times?
Yeah.
Well, this year's grad video is available to you for the extremely low price of $15.
No way!
And the tape will be provided. If you'd like to purchase a grad video and keep those special memories alive, go to the front office and let Miss Howard.
We have 2 great elementary schools to report on this week. Let's go to Scott Wells and Andrea Phipps for the first one for a look at Elmont.
Andrea Phipps.
Scott Wells.
And we're here at Elmont Elementary.
Let's take a look.
let's walk into the fabulous Elmont Elementary.
Elmont has a magical playground that comes equipped with slipper slides and monkey bars and even a swing set.
Elmont is so good right now at this stage of Elmont's lifetime because the staff is excellent. The teachers in this building work as a total team.
They take turns being volunteers on certain stretches each day.
And they have an awesome library that comes equipped with books and a big Arthur doll.
With a library pit.
Elmont students also get involved with what's going around the world.
There's a lot of things you can get out of Elmont, like fun activities and chili dogs.
They all really care about students and their achievement and their behavior and their future. So that's the thing that makes this school so good. That's the thing that makes Elmont the best school in the district, maybe the best school in Shawnee County.
Thanks, guys. Now here's Rebecca Mueller with a story about Lyman.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Mueller here with this week's School of the Week, and let's take a look at Lyman Elementary School. Lyman Elementary School is located on Kansas Avenue and Lyman Road, with approximately 155 students, kindergarten to 6th grade. Lyman is a small school with many opportunities. 8 full-time teachers and around 20 part-time people make up the caring staff. One thing that Lyman has that no other school in the district has is their Title I program. Let's go to Kyle Hicks with more.
We have, of course, just general education. We also are a Title I school, so we offer help in reading. Because we're a Title I school, we also serve breakfast. We have the ED program for the primary students, kindergarten through 3rd grade, here in this building. We offer lots of extras for young children in the Inspire program, animated alphabet. This year we've been fortunate to have a gentleman read with a kind of a golden reading program, reading with 2nd grade students. We're involved with the DARE program, Junior Achievement.
This past year has been an unforgettable year for those at Lyman. The school year had a difficult beginning as they lost a kindergarten girl to a house fire. But with parental and staff support, they were able to move forward. Also, a longtime teacher appeared on the front page of the Northern Life. Lyman Principal Kyle Hicks talks about her staff.
The staff here is absolutely awesome. I wrote a letter last year during Staff Appreciation, which other places might call Teacher Appreciation, because we recognize our whole staff. It was published in the Topeka Capital Journal because there is absolutely no way for me to properly thank the people in this building for the job they do. They do above and beyond kinds of things. They put in extra hours. They care about everybody. This staff knows every student's name. They know about their families. They just know what and will do whatever it takes to make something work. This is a wonderful staff.
Students are very excited about their school and the many fun activities that are always going on.
My teacher will talk about something, and we'll do that when we get to the 6th grade room. And when we're doing it, when we're all done, we have to bring books down there, and in case if we're done, we'll read. We'll read with our book buddy. In music, we played instruments, boom whackers and xylophones, and then in PE, we played beanbag.
Kindergarten is all day at Lyman, which provides for a maximum learning environment. Also, student artwork can be found all over the school. Thanks to all of the staff and students at Lyman Elementary School, and best of luck as you finish out the school year.
Wow, those look like 2 wonderful schools. Well, that's all for us. Be sure to tune in on Sunday at 6 o'clock for the rebroadcast of this show. See ya.